Overnight, the global economy was jolted by a major U.S. Supreme Court ruling striking down President Donald Trump's sweeping global tariffs as illegal, saying he lacked authority to impose them under emergency powers. Markets will now focus on two immediate questions: whether the administration can reintroduce duties through other legal channels, and how quickly companies can unwind the costs already paid. The Financial Times reports corporate America is preparing to seek refunds, with more than $130 billion in levies assessed on imports potentially in dispute. The decision weakens the U.S. negotiating position with trading partners and injects fresh uncertainty into global trade settings. On the technological revolution front, artificial intelligence continues to reshape labor markets and career choices. The Guardian reports rising AI anxiety is pushing some computer science students and white-collar workers to change paths, while others double down on learning to work alongside AI. In parallel, the Financial Times notes the growing use of AI tools for personal finance, including portfolio construction, underscoring how quickly AI is moving into advisory roles once dominated by professionals. In global conflict and security developments, a UN fact-finding mission has found hallmarks of genocide in Sudan, concluding the RSF acted with genocidal intent during the seizure of Al-Fashir, according to SBS. In the Middle East, Al Jazeera reports Iran says a U.S. military buildup is unnecessary and unhelpful but maintains a deal is achievable in nuclear talks, signaling continued diplomatic movement alongside heightened regional tension. In other international developments, NASA is targeting early March to send humans back around the moon on Artemis Roman 2 after a successful wet dress rehearsal, the BBC reports, a significant milestone for space capability and associated high-tech supply chains. In the UK, ABC reports British Royal Protection officers are set to be questioned as part of a review into Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, with authorities probing what officers may have seen or heard. Separately, ABC reports Jeffrey Epstein's estate has agreed to pay up to $35 million to resolve a class action settlement for victims. Turning to Australia, politics and government will be watching the implications of the U.S. tariffs ruling for trade-exposed sectors and for global growth assumptions that feed into budget forecasts. Domestically, The Guardian's back-to-back Barry's flags new polling suggesting the South Australian election could be a major test for the Liberal Party and an early indicator of any one-nation surge, while also noting debate around the return of his-linked families and changes to the coalition's shadow frontbench. On public administration and justice, SBS reports a 5-month home detention term for a fatal hit-and-run driver in the Northern Territory has been overturned after prosecutors appealed the sentence as inadequate, a case likely to renew scrutiny of sentencing consistency and community expectations. On markets, the Australian share market today is likely to take its lead from global risk sentiment following the U.S. court decision on tariffs, with investors weighing the prospect of lower trade friction against renewed policy volatility in Washington. In local and community updates, Australia finished its T20 World Cup campaign with a dominant win over Oman, chasing 105 in under 10 overs, though the result came after elimination from the group stage. And on the environment, SBS highlights the lemuroid ringtail possum among 34 species newly added to Australia's threatened species list, a reminder that biodiversity pressures remain a live policy issue alongside economic and technology agendas.